Can an employer deduct money from your wages? And can that deduction take you under national minimum wage for that pay period? 60 seconds, let's get into it. Okay, so in most cases, an employer can deduct from wages if they've got a contractual or other agreement with you to do so beforehand. It needs to be specific, it cannot be too vague. Other situations where they can deduct where it's allowed by law, for example, tax, where an employee's been overpaid by mistake, if they've missed work because of strike or industrial action, or if there's some court orders in place allowing them to make that deduction. Now, secondly, can they take you under national minimum wage as a result of that deduction? I get this all the time on the page, people saying that they can't deduct and take you under national minimum wage. Not the case. Some situations, yes, but not all. So some situations where they can't deduct and take you under national minimum wage is where they're deducting for mandatory training. Another example is for retail workers in relation to cash or stock shortages. Then they can deduct, but the maximum they can deduct on payday is 10%, unless you leave employment, and then they can recover the whole amount. Other situations where it's for tax or national insurance, where it's for something an employee's done that allows in their contract to make the deduction, for example, damage to a car from reckless driving, repayments of wage advances or loans, overpayments that are made by mistake. There's a few others. Voluntary training that you might have signed up for, probably signed a repayment of training agreement to say that if you leave within a certain period of time that you'll have to pay the training costs back. Those that I've mentioned, there are a few more, but are really rare, so I haven't mentioned them. Those are ones that can take you under national minimum wage.